Good morning, Vietnam. I was rewatching some scenes of the movie Amadeus, Mozart, about the life of Mozart and Salieri. It's not historically accurate, it's kind of, you know, it's not the real story of Mozart and everything, but it's a very interesting movie. Of course, it's a real cinema. It's an experience. It's the music, the acting. It's when cinema was still cinema. So I really advise to have a look at this movie. I rewatched it, those scenes with a fresh eye. More, I was young when I watched it, but now with a fresh eye, there is this dimension, which is how the beauty, the divine, which is in the music of Mozart, how this beauty, this divine force is kind of stopped and having a lot of problem to enter the manifestation, like many problems. Not only Salieri being jealous and wanting this talent to be him, but also there was all these politician people around, which when Mozart wanted to make this Figaro opera, they felt it as a threat because this opera in France, for example, triggered, supposedly triggered the people for to be in a revolution mode, so those people were into being afraid, to lose their position and everything, while Mozart wanted just to make music, and he told them, I'm not into politics, I'm not doing nothing politic in it, it's about music. He had to explain to them, and even they said to him, why don't you make an opera about the gods and everything? And he was really disgusted about this kind of stuff. He said it's dead. They are pooing marble, yeah. It's very powerful. You see here, the guy was just about music, beauty, joy, and he has this force, putting hurdles and barriers in front of him. The politician, the jealousy of Salieri, and his father who was a very dark, very gloomy persona, no joy, nothing. While Mozart is into laughing, into beauty, into stuffs, this father was so heavy, It's also something to, when we are adults, we can see this part of it also. When he was Mozart also was struggling just to make money. This is genius, had to think about how to feed his family and everything, and he was doing a lot of work. A genius like this thinking about paying the bills at the time. So it's an old story. This crap. Also this, when you see it with a fresh eye. Yeah, so it's a beautiful movie. The acting is, of the guy who plays Salieri. He got an Oscar for this. The scenes that I really like is when he is the old Salieri and exchanging this talk with the priest who came for confession and all the Christian stuffs, and he found himself in deep water, this priest, listening to the story of Salieri. A beautiful acting. The priest also, I did a check, and not trace of this guy, disappeared. I think in this movie, this Milos Forman didn't take creeps. It seems to be actual real people. Therefore, the beauty of the movie, the power of it. Yeah, so yeah, and this movie slowly built toward this scene where Salieri uses this word mediocrity while talking about himself. In the French dubbed one, I think he used mediocre, you know, and not mediocrity. So mediocrity is even more powerful. And then he will say to the priest, I will speak for you. I speak for all mediocrities, you know, like telling to the priest, you are also mediocrity, you know, very powerful. And then all this, you know, people around him, those mad people, mediocrities, I absolve you, I absolve you. And this really tells about the level of this humanity is mostly mediocrities and not letting beauty, light, you know, joy entering, which was materialized in Mozart himself and his music. You know, all this stuff stopping him, you know, jealousy, egregores of politics, darkness and family, money stuff. You know, I see it with this eye. It worth to be watched again if you watched it. Yeah, beyond the beauty of as a piece of cinema, you know, the cinematographic of it, the picture of it, the music, of course, of it. And like I said, the acting, high level. Yeah, high level. Also, if you have a look at the moment where the Murray Abraham, the guy who played Salieri, receive an Oscar, when he receives an Oscar for his performance. Look at the level. I mean, what he says and how he would like to have the guy who played Mozart next to him, you know, this, and compare this to this crap of this guy slapping the other guy, Will Smith shit slapping the other, I don't know his name, I forget this other shit, you know. See the level, the human level, when it is real and when it is totally corrupted by fake people. Yeah, so I believe most of the people in the movie are real people. Yeah, this is what makes it beautiful. So I really advise to give it a second view if you watched it a long time ago. Yeah, beautiful. Mediocrities, I absolve you. This humanity of mediocrities. Yeah, first point. Second point. Yeah, I watched the chess players' reality. I hate this chess game. I don't know how people can burn and waste brain cycles into this shit. How it can be so interesting. You know, that says a lot about this human reality. I would ask those people, can you use your brain to solve a car going down the hill and not burning fuel? You know, a simple combustion engine, how you can make it not burn fuel, you know, going on his free energy, his inertia, while you don't use your brain into this kind of stuffs. So those computer people playing their stupid game, especially now, there is like the level is low, like somebody is accused of cheating, you know, and they all look immature people compared to the back in the day, you know. So there was some you know, Kasparov playing IBM Deep Blue computer. There was something at least, you know. So it's degrading also here very clearly. Yeah, there is this Bobby Fischer also, which is a very interesting guy, which was a real human. He speak what he has inside, and he turned him into a mad person. This is what they do. The mediocrities, when you are for real, they will try to put you like you are mad, like you are a clown, you know. And now I'm thinking, this has happened to me in my life, you know. The big part in my life I was subtly and sometimes not so subtly turned into a clown, into somebody who is not like who is not normal, you know, because I was just not a mediocrity. So those mediocrities, they have tendency to you know, to downgrade the people, their image and everything. So they dirtied the image of this Bobby Fischer guy, which when you look the interviews, very interesting. He has his own opinions, he is not afraid to say what he thinks and everything. And this was till now, like he's mad. He was not okay in his head. He lost his head. This is what they do. The NPCs, those empty shells, when you are outnumbered by them and you don't have the power, this is one of their technique. Yes, so Bobby Fischer, if you happen to listen to some interviews, how he talks, how he carries himself as a being, you know, it's the kind of people that you would like to share beer if you are also like a human for real, you know. So there is something you can feel, you know. Me myself, there is some very small YouTuber channels which I like to just listen to them, because what they are saying is coming from the reality of them. So they are speaking for real. So it doesn't matter what. I just the feeling of having somebody real in front of me is so refreshing compared to all these mediocrities. So Bobby Fischer, have check if you don't know the persona, listen to him speaking, and look what the mediocrities put around his reputation and what he is. Yeah, so this was the video. Nothing nothing big, just sharing what I'm doing, what I'm watching. Yeah, I think that's it. See you next time, next video. I will try to do maybe some stuffs on the computer where I can put some images and comment or something more than this just recording. Yeah, I have 2 or 3 stuffs that I really want to make. I will try. See you next time.